The year 2004 saw Purdue University advance even further toward its goal of preeminence. It was a year of growth as ground was broken for new facilities. The capital campaign goal was increased, and Purdue alumni around the world became more engaged with their alma mater.
$1 billion.
Just 4 years into the 7-year campaign for Purdue, donations surpassed the $1 billion mark, allowing the university to raise the bar higher. A new campaign goal of $1.5 billion was set, $200 million higher than before. Homecoming week alone saw $42 million in university gifts. With President Martin Jischke at the controls, ground was broken homecoming weekend for a nearly $48 million engineering building that will house the School of Aeronautics and Astronautics, the School of Materials Engineering, the Department of Engineering Education, the Office of the Dean of Engineering, and specialized engineering programs for minorities, women, and community service.
With a concept so great and grand, we need an appropriate and inspiring name for this building. It gives me enormous pleasure to announce that this building will be named for one of our greatest alumni, the Neil Armstrong Hall of Engineering.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Armstrong Hall will be located at the corner of Northwestern and Stadium Avenues, the former location of 4 visual and performing arts buildings, or Quonset huts, that were erected as temporary structures after World War II.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
A $10 million gift from the Weldon family has helped transform biomedical engineering into a full-fledged school. Construction has begun on the 91,000 square foot building, with completion expected in 2006. Located in Discovery Park, it's the first biomedical engineering building at an Indiana institution.
This is a very exciting day for all of us at Purdue.
Discovery Park opened its first completed building this year, the Burton D. Morgan Center for Entrepreneurship. And ground was broken in Discovery Park for a $10 million e-enterprise center. It will house several initiatives that focus on finding ways to help Indiana's economic development and on faculty research for super projects. Canine cancer survivors were on hand to help celebrate the groundbreaking for the state's first veterinary radiation therapy facility. The center will treat up to 1,000 animal cancer patients that Purdue veterinarians see each year, some of which have had to seek treatment out of state. The addition to the small animal clinic will be completed in December 2005. A Chinese dragon dance helped initiate the new Fred and Mary Ford Dining Court on Stadium Avenue. It allows students to choose from various food stations and seats up to 800.
In cabaret, oh cabaret, to cabaret.
Performers from visual and performing arts were showcased at an event to celebrate the completion of the campaign for the new VPA building. The facility is being named to honor the late Yukong Pao at the request of a $4 million anonymous donor. Patty and Rusty Roof contributed $5 million, the largest gift ever for the School of Liberal Arts. Their names will now be attached to the Department of Visual and Performing Arts.
Cabaret to cabaret.
Plans were unveiled for a new $50 million campus center at IUPUI. The 4-story facility will have a 179-foot bell tower, 250-seat theater, a dining area, and a multi-purpose room. Forney Hall was dedicated in October, nearly doubling the space for chemical engineering. It includes new teaching labs, a 200-seat amphitheater-style lecture hall, and 2 multimedia-equipped classrooms.
And it will be affixed to the front in a prominent place.
The newly renovated second oldest building on the West Lafayette campus was dedicated in April as the Fendler Hall of Agriculture. Known originally as Ag Hall and then as Entomology Hall, It was renamed in honor of David Fendler, who taught and served as Associate Dean in the School of Agriculture.
Purdue is again #1.
The Purdue Research Park was named the country's outstanding university research park by the Association of University Research Parks.
It means Purdue can compete with anybody, and it's a tremendous asset, not only for the university, it's a great asset for our community and for the state of Indiana.
In this very special occasion,
the College of Technology celebrated its 40th year in 2004. Established to meet Indiana's manufacturing needs, the program has become one of the largest in the country. The Indiana University, Purdue University Fort Wayne campus also celebrated 40 years. At a birthday party in September, a life-size bronze mastodon statue was dedicated.
All of the cash inflow.
The Wall Street Journal awarded the Krannert School of Management the #1 ranking for MBA programs that place a majority of graduates in a particular region of the country. Based on a survey of corporate recruiters, Krannert ranked first among 44 regional business schools. Purdue also ranked among the top 25 public universities nationally, according to U.S. News and World Report. The survey ranked Purdue's graduate programs in engineering at #8, Krannert at #27, speech pathology at #3, audiology at #8, and education at #47.
In a plane that's coming out of the board like this.
Distinguished Professor of Physics Nicholas Giordano was named the 2004 Indiana Professor of the Year by the Carnegie Foundation for the Advancement of Teaching and the Council for Advancement and Support of Education. Giordano is the 8th Purdue professor since 1987 to earn the award.
They should understand my passion for physics in general. And the other thing is they should understand that my desire to see them do well. It's fun to see the light bulb go on a particular concept or type of problem or part of the course.
The Society of Manufacturing Engineers took the top prize in April's National Rube Goldberg contest. The machines took voting to a whole new level of complexity. At least 20 steps were required to select, mark, and cast a ballot. Purdue's machine used 71 steps. Students from Purdue's Archaeology Field School, under the direction of Professor Deborah Rotman, excavated a house site in Lafayette in preparation for moving it to the museum at Prophetstown. The home was constructed in 1921 from a kit sold by Sears.
Come on.
A successful treatment for dogs with spinal injuries has been developed by a Purdue professor and his team in the Center for Paralysis Research in the School of Veterinary Medicine. Dr. Richard Borgens has shown that injecting a liquid polymer called polyethylene glycol can promote healing of damaged spinal cords.
Whenever we're talking about any treatment that we think has an opportunity to go to human trials, that's huge, because there's nothing out there. We get calls several times every week from humans and dog owners because they're really grasping for straws.
The Purdue Board of Trustees approved the renaming of 8 academic schools: agriculture, consumer and family sciences, education, engineering, liberal arts, science, technology, and pharmacy, nursing, and health sciences are now colleges. Management and veterinary medicine have opted to remain schools.
Is our commitment to grow Indiana's economy and strengthen rural communities.
Several Purdue administrators changed jobs this year. The new Dean of Agriculture is Randy Woodson, who is Associate Dean and former Director of the Office of Agricultural Research Programs. Former Dean Vic Lechtenberg is the new Vice Provost for Engagement, replacing Don Gentry, who retired. Morgan Olson was named Executive Vice President and Treasurer after Ken Burns' retirement. John Contrini became the new Dean of the Graduate School, while James Mullins joined the Purdue family as the new Dean of Libraries. The Latino Cultural Center welcomed its first director, Marcela Alvarado. The center, which opened in 2003, serves more than 900 Latino students on the West Lafayette campus. Alumni gained a new home, and the Alumni Association gained a new executive director in 2004. In October, more than 500 alumni and friends took part in the dedication of the Dick and Sandy Dowk Alumni Center at the corner of Grant and Wood Streets.
How are you?
Opening in March, the 67,000 square foot center houses university development offices in addition to the Alumni Association. The building also features the Spurgeon Hall of Spirit, where displays and interactive kiosks tell the story of Purdue and its alumni. The Dowks donated $3 million, while Tom Spurgeon gave $1 million.
Hi, it's nice to meet you.
Todd Coleman replaced Larry Prio as Alumni Association Executive Director in July. A native of Lyons, Indiana, Coleman served in the same role for 10 years at the University of Missouri. Coleman calls it a privilege to lead Purdue's alumni.
The opportunity to come in and lead a great organization with a tremendous alumni base that is at a great university and at one of the greatest times in the history of the university was all very exciting for me and something that I was very interested in coming in and being a part of.
Thank you. This is awesome. Yeah!
Prio retired after 16 years of service. During a retirement celebration in April, Prio was presented with a check for $23,000 to begin the Lawrence S. Prio Scholarship Fund. Among those marching in the gala weekend parade to John Purdue's grave were members of the class of 1954, which celebrated its 50th reunion. The class also presented a $100,000 check for presidential scholarships and attended the Founders Day banquet.
To mentor 5th and 6th grade students.
Honored at the banquet for their volunteer work were 3 recipients of the PAA Citizenship Award. Barry Eversole, a 1971 pharmacy graduate from Avon, Indiana, and Jean and Richard Ward of Crawfordsville, Indiana. Jean is a 1950 CFS graduate, while Richard is a 1943 agriculture alumnus.
Outstanding Young Alumni Award winners.
2 recent graduates were honored with the Young Alumni Award for their contributions to the university, the Alumni Association, and their local clubs. Michelle Hannis Crabtree from Washington, D.C., and Maria Manotti from Chicago, who wasn't able to attend the presentation.
To the 2004 Special Boilermakers.
The 2004 Special Boilermaker Award was presented to 3 people for their work with students. The recipients were Ag Econ Professor David Downey, advisor Betsy Marty, and basketball coach Gene Cady. Heart and Soul, a new musical group from Purdue Musical Organizations, entertained alumni for the first time during homecoming. More than 10,000 alumni returned to campus for homecoming, and many of them took part in special activities on Purdue Mall.
Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
The current and 48 previous Golden Girls signed autographs for the 50th anniversary of the Golden Girl position.
See, I go here and here.
2, 3.
Seeds were tossed as part of the dedication of a new lawn where the reflecting pond used to be in front of the Purdue Memorial Union. Maintenance costs forced the change. The lawn is a gift from the class of 1953 in honor of its 50th anniversary.
3497.
Inside, alumni will notice changes in the eating areas, including a new-look Pappy's Original Sweet Shop with a 1950s theme and a Starbucks. 5,000 alumni and friends, including 300 on the official PAA Bowl Tour, headed south for the holidays to support the Boilermaker football team at the Sun Bowl in El Paso, Texas. This was the 8th year in a row Purdue went to a postseason bowl game and the 3rd time in 4 years for the Sun Bowl. Unfortunately, the game against Arizona State followed an all-too-familiar scenario when the Boilermakers started slow, came back into contention in the second half, only to lose it in the last minute 27-23. Senior quarterback Kyle Orton finished 23 of 47 for 281 yards and 3 touchdowns, including this 80-yard strike to Brian Hare.
Fires it deep, and he's got it in!
Purdue's roller coaster season included keeping the Old Oaken Bucket by crushing Indiana 63-24. Orton set a school record with 530 total yards and 6 touchdowns. Orton's favorite receiver throughout the year was Taylor Stubblefield, who became only the second player under coach Joe Tiller to be named consensus All-American. Stubblefield had 82 receptions for 1,014 yards and a school record 15 touchdowns. He is the NCAA receptions leader with 318 catches. In late 2004, Purdue's all-time winningest coach, Gene Cady, began his 25th and final season at the helm of men's basketball by receiving the nationally coveted Naismith Award. Joining Cady on the sidelines for his final season is associate head coach Matt Painter, who will take over the program for the 2005-2006 season. Painter played for Cady from 1989 to 1993 and coached for 5 years at Southern Illinois before signing a 6-year contract with the Boilermakers.
But I am excited about being here. I am excited about helping coach out. It's not about me. It's about the Purdue players. It's about winning the Big Ten championship. It's something that I wasn't able to do when I was a player here, and I think that's what drives me as a coach. I want to have some things on my basketball tombstone that spells out championship.
One of the highlights from the 2003-2004 season was a 53-51 victory over Wisconsin to earn Coach Cady his 500th win at Purdue.
Into that lane, pump fake, up and under, gets fouled. Nice strong move.
Purdue made it to the National Invitational Tournament with a 17-14 record, but lost to Notre Dame in the first round 71-59. Coach Christy Curry guided her women's basketball team to a 29-4 record and a trip to the Sweet 16. They won 3 straight games in the Big Ten tournament, including a 59-58 squeaker over Penn State in the title game to claim their second consecutive league tourney championship. As the number 2 seed in the NCAA tournament's West region, Purdue beat St. Francis and Villanova before losing to Georgia in the Sweet 16. In other sports, women's volleyball advanced to the NCAA tournament for the first time in 14 years. The Boilermakers defeated Colorado State in the first round before falling to Hawaii. Sophomore diver Carrie McCambridge blazed a historic trail by winning 3 events at the Big Ten Championships: the platform, 1 meter, and 3 meter. She became the first Boilermaker swimmer or diver to win 3 career Big Ten titles.
There's one right here.
The Purdue Crew Club had another outstanding season, here competing in Elkhart, Indiana. In the spring, Purdue swept the Dad Vale Regatta in Philadelphia, which is the largest such regatta in the country. Purdue came out on top for men's points, women's points, and overall points. And the university broke ground on a new indoor golf facility. The $2.8 million Tom Spurgeon Golf Training Center is scheduled for completion in fall 2005. It will include an indoor putting green, a swing analysis video computer system, and heated hitting bays.
I'm Tamara Morse, your volunteer president of the Purdue Alumni Association. We hope you have enjoyed this video showing the many activities that are happening at Purdue University. Your membership in the Purdue Alumni Association supports programs such as these. If you're not a member, we hope you'll consider joining today and reconnecting with your alma mater. Hail Purdue.